last time we talked, you had just finished with the Chicago Pro. So what's going on with you currently?
Well, currently I'm into my off season, although I don't like to call it off season. I kind of like to call it improvement season. I'm kind of taking the Chicago Pro feedback and just working really hard and taking that feedback and just trying to, get in the gym and get stronger, get bigger, so I can get ready for my next show.
I got you. Let's get a little bit more into your past. How'd you come up? I know that you're from Arkansas, right? Tell me a little bit about your history in fitness or just in life.
Actually, I grew up in Texas. I went to a World Olympic Gymnastics Academy, and if you follow gymnastics, I trained out of the same gym as Carly Patterson and Nastia Lukin. Both of them were Olympians. So I started real young. My mom put me in it when I was 4 or 5, and just continued to climb the ladder as a gymnast. Got very competitive, competed nationally, internationally as well, and then got a college scholarship to University of Arkansas, where I spent 4 to 5 years competing college NCAA. So that was my background before I got into bodybuilding. It really, I think, helped me prepare as far as to get the right tools mentally and physically. I pushed myself to the limit every day as a gymnast growing up at ages 8, 9, 10, 11 as a young girl. So I think that really helped with, as far as my bodybuilding, it helped with that.
Would you say that was the biggest thing you learned from gymnastics, was that drive and that effort level, or?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I was training 40 hours a week at one point, and as a 10, 11-year-old, that's a lot. It was like a full-time job. A lot of dedication came with it. I was training before school in the morning, then I'd go to school for a couple hours, then I'd go back to practice for another 3 or 4 hours. So I didn't really have a normal childhood. My mom and dad sacrificed a lot. They had to actually clean the gym at night or during the week to help pay for my gymnastics lessons and to help pay for my leotards and my competition uniforms, because it was very expensive. But they wanted to do that for me because I had talent, and they wanted to see me pursue it and go all the way with it.
Got you. And from gymnastics, you took that into bodybuilding.
Yeah.
And fitness competitions.
Yes.
Okay. What's the difference between a bodybuilding competition and a gymnastics competition? Are there similarities between the two?
That's interesting you asked that. The way I feel when I get out on stage is kind of similar as the way I felt before I'd get ready to compete on an apparatus in gymnastics. It's the same feeling, it's that rush, it's that adrenaline, it's just that drive I love to perform, and I think that came from my gymnastics background. But as far as obviously gymnastics, of course, is incorporated as far as routines. You have to have your skills as far on the balance beam, the bars, the floor, the vault. So a little different in the way they perform, but the way I feel is similar. Of course, practices were different. I didn't lift so much weight. I didn't lift as much with gymnastics. We did more like calisthenic work, body weight conditioning to get those long, lean muscles. In bodybuilding, I use weights daily on a daily basis.
Now, with your love of performance and you being a pro, are you available for guest posing? Is that something you'd be interested in doing, or?
I'd love to. I'd love to get into guest posing this coming year. You can contact my coach, JJ Henry. I'd love to get into any type of guest posing. I think that's something that I'd be good at, and I love to perform, and I also got that gymnastics background, so it's something I love to do.
And how would they get a hold of JJ Henry?
You can contact him here at Jay's Fit Factory, which we're out of Fayetteville, North Carolina at the studio, or you could email him at jaysfitfactory at gmail.com. Either one, you can contact him either way, or on Facebook as well.
Awesome. So currently, right now, we talked a little bit about your past, but today, what is in your game plan? How do you break down your daily activities or your future goals for your physique and your competitive life?
Right now, I just take it one day at a time. My training is still, it doesn't slow down in the off season. If anything, it heightens so I can prepare for that next show. I might not be doing as much cardio, but I'm still hitting the weights really hard, if not harder. I just take it one day at a time, just working hard, really hard, and trying to get to that, next level so I can improve on my next show.
Got you. And the Olympia happened recently. Did you watch it?
Oh, of course.
What do you think of the competitors in the Olympia this year, 2017?
I was inspired, I thought that, of course, it's the kind of the Super Bowl of bodybuilding, and the best of the best. It's just, these are amazing athletes. If you don't follow bodybuilding, a lot of people don't know the athletes by name, but man, these athletes work hard, and all of them are, of course, it's the top of the top. So, of course, I watch the Olympia almost every year.
Now, I know these are your competitors, so I don't want you to have to call anybody out, but are there any competitors that you like their physiques and that you appreciate their craft, male or female?
Yeah, I want to say right off of the get-go, the girl that I saw first on a cover of the magazine, Nicole Wilkins, was actually the first woman I saw on the cover, and I looked at her and I was like, I want to be a competitor. I want to look like that girl. So she actually inspired me to get into competing in bodybuilding. So shout out to Nicole Wilkins. Another young woman that I've always been inspired with, I read her workouts a lot, is Dana Lynn Bailey. Of course, she's known as the princess of women's physique. And another girl that I follow that I think is just very genuine and she inspires me is Danny Reardon. Also, she calls herself Little Monster. So those three women really inspire me.
Gotcha, and you like their physiques.
And yes, of course.
How would you describe your training style?
My training style, I like to say, I've learned a lot from my coach, JJ and Harry. He's taught me a lot about how to handle the weights, my form, and I want to say that I love to lift weights. It's definitely my outlet, as far as my stress reliever. When I'm having a bad day or I'm stressed, or I go to the weights and I take it there, and I usually have really good workouts on those days. My style is just like any other bodybuilder. We go hard in the gym. We do it every day. We don't take breaks. We lift heavy. As heavy as we can, high reps. Depending on the time of year, if I'm getting ready for a show, my training style changes a little bit, but always work with weights. That's our main style. Yeah, it's something I love to do on a daily basis. It's my passion.
I got you. And because you say that you've learned a lot from JJ, what's one of the main things in the training lifestyle that you've learned from JJ?
Man, there's so many. I don't think I could pinpoint one. He's definitely taught me how to eat. I know coming up as a gymnast, that's one thing. I wasn't eating enough, and to fuel my body. He's definitely changed the way I think about food and the way I eat and the way I fuel my body. He's kind of taught me a lot about how to train each body part correctly, to do a lot but don't overdo it. Our sessions don't last in hours and hours. We can get a good workout in 30 minutes if done correctly. He's taught me a lot about just the extent and what muscle groups to hit on the right days, the right times. Just a lot of things that I always have worked out, but I didn't take it to that level. He's taught me how to take it to that next level, and how to take my body from just an athletic physique to a top, level pro athlete physique.
Awesome. Now, as far as you talked a little bit about your food, do you have a food prep company? Do you work with anyone? Does someone at home prepare your food for you?
No, sir. I cook all my food. I know I see a lot of people out there that, but I'm being on my own. I pay for all my supplements, all my training is paid for, all my bills are done on my own. So my budget's tight, but I prefer to cook my food I cook my own food. I do my own grocery shopping. I follow the meal plan that JJ gives me, but it's all cooked by me.
So you're all self-contained. You're the one
Yep.
preparing the meals. You're
Yep.
the one doing it. It's all you.
Yep, it's all me.
I got you. Now, with that, in preparation of your meals, in your workouts, in your training of clients, do you have time for anything else in your life, or everything's all about the competition and the bodybuilding?
Right now in my life, I'm pretty much all about my business. I'm about the weights. The Fit Factory, my clients. Really on a daily basis. That's really all I have time for. I put my training first, and then of course my clients are up there as well. Got to make sure they're happy, and I have goals, and it's hard for me to get sidetracked right now. That's the extent of my life right now. I train, eat, sleep, work, repeat.
That's it. And you talk about the Fit Factory. I see the flag behind you. If someone doesn't know about the Fit Factory, how would you describe it to them? What is the Fit Factory?
The Fit Factory to me is life. It's the way I sustain. It's not just a side job. It's what I'm passionate about. It's it's a movement. It's our movement here and out in Fayetteville, North Carolina. If you haven't heard about us, you will. We've got top level athletes here. We train people from all walks of life. Really, we've got competitors, but we've also got soldiers, and people that just want to get in really good shape. And I'm gonna just say our proof's in the pudding. If you haven't heard about us, you should just look at some of our athletes up on stage. And that'll show our work. Our work is like artwork to us.
With that, do you Fit Factory athletes kind of support each other, or how does it work like that?
Absolutely. You see the hat?
Yeah, Diamond
Divas. This is our group of competitive women. We call ourselves the Diamond Divas. You can pick up these hats too, muscleswag.com. Actually, my shirt too, muscleswag.com. So we're like a family, we support each other. All positive energy here. We're very supportive. All the women that compete work hard. We're hard workers. We're grinders. We don't expect anything to be given to us. Every one of these girls that I work with works their butt off, and we don't expect anything less of them. The men too. We do team workouts once a month. Our team workouts. We take it to the track. We do team posing clinics. There's a lot of camaraderie, and also that shows when we go to the competitions. It shows. We come in there with our blue jumpsuits, and people are usually like, who are these people with blue jumpsuits? And if they don't know, they know when we get up on stage, because we're all about our business. We're all about this movement, and we're all about just positive energy and just being supportive, because every one of these girls wants the same thing, and men too on the team. They want to be successful in bodybuilding. They have a love for it. They have a passion, and that all comes together. It gives us all that positive energy when we get out on stage, and when we go to other events. People know who the blue jumpsuit people are.
And lastly, I'd like to ask you, if someone's out of shape now, can they actually become a competitor? Like, can you go from out of shape to on the stage?
I say if the heart is there, you can do anything. If you have the heart and the drive, I don't care about what you look like on the outside. I can transform, JJ can transform anybody that has the heart and the will to do it. And if you're right up here and you got the heart to do it, I say start where you are or with what you got, and it might take you longer, but as long as you want it inside, you'll get there. So absolutely, I say absolutely yes. I'm all about women empowerment, and to the ladies out there that are wanting to get into the sport or that want to be successful at this sport, I say always plan your work and work your plan and work hard, and thoughts become things. If you believe in yourself and you want it bad enough, you'll get there in time. And that's my word of advice. Signing off here. See you at the top, Muscle Swag Nation, Alley Cat, next time. You'll get there. As far as I just messed up.